You don't need to beg someone to see your worth. You never did. But when your heart is tangled in someone who treats you like an option, it's not easy to let go. You keep replaying the good moments, searching for the version of him who once made you feel like you mattered. You wonder where she went. The version of you who used to be strong, clear-headed, full of boundaries. You don't recognize the woman who checks her phone, hoping he texted, who stares at her screen, rereading old messages, who lowers her standards and makes excuses just to keep someone who barely shows up. Let's get something straight. Emotional detachment is not about becoming cold. It's about becoming clear. It's about looking at a man who doesn't value you and saying, "I see everything now." Not with bitterness, but with calm power. Because there is a moment in every woman's life when she realizes it's not him she's fighting for anymore. It's her. Her peace, her voice, her boundaries, her life. And once you cross that threshold, once you understand how to detach, not with resentment, but with dignity, you will never chase unworthy love again. So let's talk about what it really means to emotionally detach from a man who doesn't value you. Not some fake self-help fluff, not advice that tells you to just move on. You've tried that. This is different. This is about rewiring how you see yourself, how you respond to neglect, and how you stop giving power to someone who only values your silence, not your soul. Because the truth is, when a man doesn't value you, every act of attention becomes a transaction. You give more hoping he'll give back. You love harder hoping he'll notice. You become softer, quieter, more accommodating. But deep down, you feel like you're fading. That's not love. That's erosion. And the first step to detachment is waking up to this. He is not confused. He knows how he's treating you. He knows when he's being distant. He knows when he goes hours without replying, or leaves you on red, or shows up just enough to keep you emotionally hooked, but not enough to build anything real. He knows. And when a man knows he's hurting you and keeps doing it, that's all the closure you need. You don't need a long conversation. You don't need him to admit it. You don't need his validation to walk away. What you need is silence. Not the kind that waits for a response, the kind that ends the cycle, the kind that says, "You no longer have access to me, not because I hate you, but because I finally remembered who I am." Detachment begins with discomfort. It's not a clean break at first. You'll want to reach out. You'll want to check his stories. You'll wonder if he misses you. That's normal. Your nervous system is addicted to his chaos, not his love. It's been trained to associate anxiety with passion, so when you pull away, it will scream. It will say, "Go back." Maybe this time he'll change. But listen to me carefully. He won't. Because if a man truly values you, you won't have to teach him how to care. You won't have to earn his consistency. You won't have to lose your self-respect to prove your love. When you're the one, you don't have to beg to be treated like you matter. So the second step is this. Remove your focus from him completely. Stop asking, "Why doesn't he love me?" Start asking, "Why am I still trying to prove myself to someone who doesn't even see me?" You've been making him the center of your emotional world for too long. You check what he's doing. You analyze what he says. You shrink to fit his mood. But what has he really done to deserve that space in your mind? Start starving the connection. Not to manipulate him, but to heal you. Mute him. Block him if you have to. Stop checking what he's up to. The more attention you feed him, even silently, the longer your pain will live. Your mind is a garden. Every thought of him is a weed. Every analysis is a distraction. Every hope is a delay. You don't owe him loyalty after neglect. You owe yourself a clean break. Now, some women say, "But I still love him." I get it. Love doesn't switch off like a light. But ask yourself, what are you loving? The potential? The fantasy version of him? Or the actual man who doesn't text back? Doesn't show up? Doesn't try? You can love someone and still realize they are poison to your peace. That's not weakness. That's growth. And here's the psychological truth. Your attachment is not about him. It's about the emotional wound he activated. Maybe he made you feel invisible like your father did. Maybe he triggered the same rejection you felt in childhood. Maybe his inconsistency mirrors the way you were once told you had to earn love by being perfect. You're not chasing him. You're chasing healing. But here's the plot twist. He's not the cure. He's the trigger. So to detach, you need to give yourself the closure he never will. Write a letter you never send. Not to him, to you. To the version of you who stayed up crying. To the woman who kept holding on even when her needs were never met. Tell her you're done. Tell her she deserves more. Tell her she was never the problem. You don't need revenge. You need restoration. You need to start doing the opposite of what he trained you to do. He trained you to chase. So now, you disappear. He trained you to be available. So now, you become a mystery. He trained you to settle. So now, you raise your standards so high that mediocrity chokes at the door. Start rebuilding your self-worth brick by brick, not with selfies or rebound dates, but with actions. Start keeping promises to yourself. Wake up earlier, move your body, read, journal, eat clean, speak boundaries into existence. Say no to things that drain you, learn to be alone without being lonely, and most importantly, don't numb the pain. Feel it, let it burn, let it teach you. Because emotional detachment is not about becoming emotionless. It's about letting the right emotions finally take the wheel. You'll miss him some days. That's okay. Missing someone doesn't mean they were good for you. It means you're human. But don't let the memory lie to you. Don't let nostalgia trick you into walking back into a fire you barely escaped. Because one day, very quietly, you'll wake up and realize you don't check his profile anymore. You don't wonder what he's thinking. You don't fantasize about closure. You just breathe. That's the power of emotional detachment. It's not loud. It's not dramatic. It's calm. It's clean. It's a quiet, steady refusal to let someone's confusion infect your clarity. And when he finally notices your absence, and he will, it won't matter anymore. Because by then, you won't be the same woman he left. You'll be wiser, softer, but stronger. You won't crave chaos. You'll crave peace. And you'll protect that peace with silence, with boundaries, with self-respect that no man can shake. You see, detachment is the highest form of self-love. It's the moment you stop handing your heart to people who don't know how to hold it. It's when you say, I don't need you to change. I just need to stop giving you the power to hurt me. And that's what you're doing now. Not because you're heartless, but because you finally know the value of your own heart. So let him go. Fully. Not half-heartedly. Not with a backup plan. Not hoping he'll come back. Release him with grace. Because you were never meant to shrink for love. You were meant to expand in it. And from this moment forward, you don't chase clarity. You become it. You don't beg to be chosen. You choose yourself. And that woman, the one who rises after being broken, the one who reclaims her mind, her time, her body, her voice, that woman is unstoppable. You just became her. Now breathe, and don't look back.